On most nights, I'd call it quits about now, or maybe push on for one last ride if I had it in me. But until I heard from Savvy, I had nowhere to go. When was she going to text me back? Did she text me back? She did not. Oh, we're rich. Woo! Let's fill up. Whew, that's such a good. We literally cannot. That's such a bad deal. That's a terrible deal. All right, well, we have to go that way anyway, so I'd say we do that and we do a full charge. Yikes, a little low when I didn't know when I'd be able to charge up again. It would cost me 132 per bar, a little steep, but here I was. Got a full charge for $4.99. I continued my night. Yeah, I think that was the right move. Alright. Who... Here, gonna be a pretty big drive. How about you? Ooh, you're like nothing. You're like nothing. Do I get extra money for a NeoCab Prime person? You're also pretty small. We do the Prime person? Let's do the Prime person. I wonder if we get extra money. We should pay attention to that at the end and see if we get extra money for driving somebody around who has NeoCab Prime. Luke was at New West Coast, a brutalist nightclub with the 19th century saloon doors. According to the neon signage inside, you could get liquor. He staggered through the doors like he was looking for his horse. Well, he'd found me. The sour, sweet stink of booze flooded my car. I took a second to adjust to the new air. You feeling all right there, bud? He didn't seem to be in a talkative mood. I figured we should just get moving. His head dipped out of my rear view for a second. Oh, hey. Hey. Did you know there's puke on the floor? What? What? Are you serious? Yeah, it's just here, like, on the floor. Puke. I swear to God, I just noticed it. It was there when I got in. You just noticed it. Why didn't you say it when you got in? The smell hit me. Was that absinthe and ribs? Oh my God, that sounds disgusting. My eyes watered. I smashed the button to crack my window. What the hell? You mind opening your window? Yeah, no problem. I guess the air helped a little, but that ship had sailed. I would love to catch one break in the city. Look, shit happens, buddy. Want my advice? No, I don't. You threw up in my car. Just smile and move on. It's not worth thinking too closely about the wheres and the whys. You'll be much happier in the long run. Vomit in my car and life advice from the man who put it there. My lucky night. What am I gonna get out of it being his vomit? Is he gonna give me I don't think he's gonna give me money. You think some secrets are best left hidden? Best left hidden? Best kept hidden. Exactly, except the mystery, he burped. Excuse me. We passed the rest of the ride without another word or eruption. Luke kept his eyes on his phone, texting at warp speed and cackling between hiccups. I was still trying to decide if it was worse to breathe through my nose or my mouth or my nose. When we finally arrived at his stop, it felt like coming to the finish line of a marathon. Have a good one, buddy. As he reached for the door, I looked him in the eye. What's my mood? My mood's pretty neutral. I mean, if we didn't call him out on it before, we shouldn't call him out on it now. You too. Luke was finally gone. Well, not all of him. I had to do something about that mess in the back. I held my breath and dealt with it. I want to think it could only get better from here, but night shift packs can be very creative. I snapped a photo first. Neocab's supposed to reimburse us if we have proof someone got sick, but there's no guarantee. For a second I thought it'd be funny if I sent it to Savvy. Let's see her ignore that. But I didn't do it. Move out to the big city, Lina. We'll have a great time. You'll mop up puke with a rag. Sounds great. We got 5 stars. Uneventful. Did we get extra money for it being... I mean, I guess maybe a little. 435, and we ended up with almost 7. So that's like $2.70 over the ride fare. New message from Savvy. Yay! So sorry. Thank you. Lina, fast as you can. Address undetectable. You're scaring me. Oh, what? Let's go. Let's drive. I'm flooring it. Be there ASAP. Go! An LOPD speed trap nearly nabbed me on the way over. Too close. But I still wasn't fast enough. This was definitely it, the location of Savvy's SOS pin. It was just an empty lot in between some abandoned storefronts. I could only see as far as my headlights, but there was no trace of her. No text since "so sorry" either. I tried calling out her name. There was no answer. Had I just missed her? No! No, you didn't miss her! Something weird was going on! If I'd driven her here faster, would she have been in the car right now, laughing off her craziness? Had we been in a different place, could we have gotten there faster? It was so dark I could barely see the broken bottles all over the ground. This wasn't a good place for anyone to wait out around at night, especially alone, especially someone like Savvy. Then I saw it. Face down on the curb, her phone. I grabbed it and a chill ran up my arms. It was shattered right in the center of the hollow screen, now dark and cold. It looked like it had been stepped on. There was a sticker on the back, a punk-looking symbol of a wasp inside a bicycle gear. That's Radix. That's the Radix thing. I sketched it in my journaling app and stashed her phone in my glove box. I thought the Radix thing was a bee, but maybe it's a wasp. That explained the radio silence. What had happened here? Someone grabbed it from her. No, yeah, she got real mad. She said sorry, and then she got suddenly mad and threw her phone at the ground. Why would you do that? If you know her at all, you know she's not someone you mess with. Well, you just said that it wasn't a good place for her to have been alone at night in. So clearly you don't think that she is, like, invulnerable or... My field grid went hard red. That seemed about right. I wonder what Savvy's field grid looked like right now, what she was feeling, what she was thinking. All I could imagine was not comforting. I tried to push back my thoughts and focus on what I could do right now. I remembered what Azul had told me about Radix. No cops. My body felt crazy, like I was buzzing with nerves, but at the same time, could barely keep a thought in my head. I had nowhere to go. Wait, is she saying no cops? Like I can't call the cops to say, hey, my friend is missing? Because she has that sticker and now Lina has assumed that she's part of Radix? That's a weird jump. I would call the police. I would absolutely still call the police. If she gets in trouble for being part of Radix, that's way less bad than her literally disappearing and somebody smashing her phone. I had nowhere to go and no one to help talk things out. All I could do was try to get some sleep. My only option was crash or to try to find a cheap motel or spare room somewhere. Anywhere but a Capra capsule if I could afford it. I closed out my neocab shift. At least I hit my quota before the world turned upside down. Can we not use Capra? Is that an option? Our rating increased. Yeah! Coin earned 29, coin spent 763. Okay. We made some money. No, we don't want a Capra capsule. That's also a Capra capsule. Ho ho! Apparently a really nice hotel. It's gonna use a lot of battery. That actually uses less battery, costs less. Oh, that would use so little battery. Well, I'm already almost out of that bar, regardless of which of the two places I go to. Yeah, I'm gonna roleplay it. I'm gonna not go to Capra because I don't want to go to Capra. I wasn't sure how much sleep I'd get. Even though I was exhausted, my mind was racing with worries about Savvy. But when my head hit the pillow in the Azteca, I went somewhere else. I was back in Cactus Flats in a room where I'd used to live, floating above all the things I'd owned, all these beautiful little things. Rows and rows of little things, pine cones and seashells. I remembered where I'd gotten each one of them, and the joy I felt was so warm, like light inside my whole body. I was so happy to be home. I kept floating, and then I wasn't in my nice room anymore, and there wasn't anything in the room, and I couldn't breathe. I went for the door, and it didn't open. I screamed and screamed and screamed until all the air was gone, and I knew I was dying. Then I woke up. The as-advertised 24/7 breakfast was okay, but there were pine cones placed around the tray for decoration. Of course, I knew it had to be a coincidence. Of course it was. But the effort to ignore the thoughts that maybe it wasn't a coincidence, that maybe the hotel was some kind of portal between the dream world and the real world, but then that would mean all I could summon were pine cones, and it just kind of killed my appetite. Back to work. Night 2. It's already nighttime. What? Whoa, wait, what? Why is it nighttime? We went to bed, woke up, had breakfast, and now it's nighttime. The memory of what happened last night was a shadow over everything around me. The desperate text, Savvy smash phone. I tried to quiet my mind and just feel into my body for a second. This wasn't working. Where the hell was she? This wouldn't be the first time she'd ghosted, but this felt different. And I knew basically nothing about what her life in Los Ojos was like. Savvy was headed to a nightclub, but its name, total mystery. And she was in some kind of trouble at work, whatever that was. I tried to recall as many details as I could about last night, scribbling in my journal app until my hand ached. Maybe I'd seen that symbol in her phone before, after all. Okay, so she doesn't... Maybe it isn't... Maybe it isn't Radix? So then what was she saying about no cops the other time? I'm confused. It wasn't a name, but it was a person to track down in a neighborhood. As long as I met my neocab quota, I could continue staying on the search without losing my job and leaving Elo a total disaster. Driver rating, start shift. Weird sticker, Azul's tattoo, Radix. Okay, she does realize what it is. Why didn't she say that in the... Yeah, that's definitely the Radix sticker. Okay, we've got some pickup requests. Who do we... Well, there's only one person we can drive. We'll drive you and then go get 2 bars, I guess. Una St. Clair. She looks fun. I need to get to the Cadence, and I need to get there fast. What's that? A hotel? It's the casino, the big one. Oh, I don't like her. I remember when cab drivers were expected to memorize things like this. I'm new here. Oh, don't mind me, I'm just pressed for time. Head to Frontera, north side. That was a straight shot. Easy trip. Oh no, don't go that way. Bruh. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try this. Rajanami Square is a mess. That's probably it, right? Rajan, yeah. It's either Rajanimi or Rajanyemi. Square is a mess. You can barely get through. She sounded like she knew what she was talking about. And, I mean, we've been here for a day, so... Must be some warning on her hollow space. I can go around. Would you like me to take Jean Street or Flambeau? Choose one at random. And I do mean random. As random as you can make it. Weird. This was a whole different kind of backseat driving. Psychological. If she really wants it to be random, I'm not choosing either. I whispered, eeny, meeny, miny, and swerved at the last moment onto Flambeau Street. Not Jean? You said to choose. Wait. Ah, yes. That's just what I needed. Are we trying to lose a tail or something? Are you trying to rob this casino? Do you think it would be wise for me to tell you if I was? I was gonna... Basically what I was gonna say. Hey, I might be a genius safecracker for all you know. Fair enough. No, I was desperate for a bit of chance, a dose of entropy. Randomness, you know? Resets my mind. Sometimes one finds oneself in a rut of predictability. Tell me about it. That's why humor is such a bomb. Comedy is based on the unexpected twist. Interesting method. How about I pick a number between 1 and hippopotamus? Between your hippocampus and mine, thank you. But no. Not that kind of randomness. I need chance with real stakes. Which is why I'm zooming down Flambeau towards a casino? Yes, but now... I'm not sure it'll work. The stakes there are high in monetary terms, but they don't actually matter, don't you find? They matter when you hit the triple bighorn flush? You've never been inside a casino, have you? Technically, I have not. No, the casino definitely isn't going to work. I need to find some entropy that matters. Why? What's this all about? Well, it's simple. Almost obvious. Something is wrong with the world. I agree with you there. Not that kind of wrong. A deeper kind. Sadly, I fear our timeline has become entangled. The universe is made of infinite timelines, always branching based on the tiniest decisions. Is stable, coherent, is perfectly coherent and stable. That sentence had odd grammar. As long as the branches remain distinct. And I waited for her to say more. So you see the obvious danger. Obvious is not quite the word I would have chosen. So if our timeline is tangled up with another, how do we untangle it? Oh, I think that's well beyond our capabilities. But it's good to know how off-kilter one's reality is. It helps you decide how annoyed to be with friends who constantly reschedule lunch. Connor, for example. Has anyone canceled on you lately? Now that, Una, is a good joke. I thought as much. Tell me what happened, it should help me calibrate. I told her what happened with Savvy. I was supposed to move in with my best friend and she didn't show. And now I don't know if she's in trouble, or hurt, or maybe just the worst. She listened like my story was feeding her. Maybe I'd get 5 stars out of it, but it was a little creepy. So your friend just vanished? With no explanation? None. And you don't know how to feel about it. It confuses you. Well, wouldn't you be confused? Perfect, perfect. I don't know if you caught the part when I said she might be hurt? She ignored me. Oops. Knocked the label off my drawers here. Go. Now this next part is crucial. If your friend hadn't disappeared, where would she be right now? I don't know, I just moved here. Please, just guess. Think in terms of chance and what if and maybe. Let them wash over you. She'd probably be... Well, if it's the following day, I don't know. Okay, if she hadn't blinked off the map, Savvy would probably be, like, at a... taking a show at Los Rouge. I don't know if we would have been doing that. Here in my car. Right next to me in the passenger seat, just cruising. Savvy blowing perfect vape rings out the window. Calling out compliments to everyone, whether they liked it or not. We'd be blasting some cheesy mix from high school. It would have been awesome. Yep, that's exactly where Savvy should be. She'd be right here, with me. She looked around the cab as if she'd just noticed it. She would she? I remembered Radix and what Savvy had said about being anti-car. Definitely. Well, drive me around then. Let me feel her absence. That's creepy. I passed the turn that would have taken us to the casino. Una sat like a statue looking straight ahead. It wasn't the look most packs get when they're reading their screens. But then she was reading Spacetime? My mind wandered and I thought of all the maybe Savvies in our in other timelines. She could be doing so many things. It was part of why I wanted to move in with her again. Maybe just splitting an order of pork buns at some hole-in-the-wall bow shop. Oh, I'd love some pork buns. We'd be racing to call each other pork buns. Move it, pork buns. Looking good, pork buns. You can pull over here, dear. Thank you. Why can't I continue? Oh, okay. Sometimes it seems like it's actually like the next event is triggered with like motions and movements. Like it's not just text that I'm continuing through. It's like actions, like Lina pulling over there. But that was a really long one. Like, that confused me. I thought the game was broken. That was very good, very useful. I wish I could pay you back in kind and help you locate your friend. Information is obscenely undervalued against coin, don't you agree? Any clue would help. I've got nothing to go on. Well, I can't tell you where she is, I'm afraid, but I can tell you where she was supposed to be. At this moment, in a stable timeline, she's at a terrible Berlin techno-themed club called Stunts Machine. Am I saying that right? It's not that far from here in any case. You're unbelievable, Luna. I think I can use this. Can we? We have... For all we know, she's crazy. Think nothing, it's merely a byproduct of my work. So I have to ask, are you... a card shark? No, you're not the first person to think that. Just a quantum statistician. Okay. Just think of me as an accountant, except my spreadsheet is very, very large. And you can be simultaneously rich and broke. I don't know if I could handle that kind of uncertainty in my Capra Cash account. Don't worry about that. Counter-espionage is quite lucrative. In any case... Wait, back up. Counter-espionage? Ah, yes. With a little time, a little luck, and just the right entropy differential, no secret is safe. The only way to protect your communications from a quantum statistician is to hire a better one. And I'm the best there is, so... So can you, like, read my texts? You'll see. I really must dash. Thank you for the ride and the story. The timeline is indeed as unstable as I feared. And we might even be able to fix it. Wait, we might fix it? Didn't she say we couldn't? She slid out and walked up the sidewalk away from my car, zigging and zagging as she went. It looked random, and the slinking feeling in my stomach, that felt very, very certain. If there really were infinite timelines, do any choices really matter? Well, they seem... it would actually make them matter a lot, because you'd be completely shifting onto a new timeline. I guess it would make it matter the same amount as if there weren't multiple timelines, because from your perspective, you can only exist across one timeline, right? So it would actually be exactly the same amount of mattering as if there weren't infinite timelines. That's a better question. Where'd they branch? I reached for my phone to find my next packs. Time to choose again. Or I could go to Stance Machine, can't I? Stance Machine. Thank you for the honesty and the humor, a wonderful chaotic source of entropy. Yeah, so I got like $1... No, I got like 60 cents over, so I definitely got extra cash for driving the person who threw up in the car. Oh, but Stance Machine is so close! Ooh, and we're pretty close to a place where we could... Where do you want to go? You want to go there. You want to go there. Let's charge up and go to Stance Machine. Yikes, a little low when I didn't know when I'd be able to charge up again. Each bar would set me back 93 cents, a pretty sweet deal actually. Got a full charge for $3.33. Stunts Machine. Tourists, stay away. Oh, I expected it to kick in with more of a kick drum, but it did not. There we go. Stance Machine was all about dramatic haircuts, pounding bass, and scowls. And that was just the outside. Bouncer loomed in front of the door like a boulder. I mean, I've got a good haircut. I assume I've got a good haircut for a crazy German techno bar. Given my complete lack of a poker face and an outfit that was still more cactus flats than Los Rouge, I didn't look the part. Maybe I can flirt my way in. I took a breath and... Hey, Neocab. It's you! It's me. You lost? Not exactly. Hey, maybe you can help me. I'm looking for someone. What? No. How are you? No. Hey, Azul. Nice to see you. Sorry. Hey, Azul. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, too. Listen, Azul, I know, I'm just kidding, jeez. It's actually kinda good to see you. I didn't get to thank you for what you did. You kinda did, but... You're welcome. It was really decent of you, not what I expected. You got me where I needed to go. Not a lot of drivers would do that. I would assume most drivers do almost exactly that. Guess I'm not a lot of drivers. That's a good thing. You ever consider giving it up? This wasn't exactly what I wanted to talk about, but I couldn't risk Azul shutting down if I didn't humor them. Oh, maybe that's Azul's pronoun. Is it them? Sometimes. Why? Safety. Those are all good reasons. Huh. Although I guess it doesn't quite matter if you want to quit or not. Capra's gonna make that decision for you. Typical Capra. Yeah, typical fucking Capra. You know that's how I lost my arm, right? Oh! What? Yeah, and this was years ago. Guess there's no consequences when you're a megacorp. Even if you're spewing death traps all over the roads. Raise my chair up a little. Listen, I'll pass on a lesson. Don't play chicken with those things. They love to talk about their 99.999 safety rating or whatever. Want to know the truth? I wanted to know a truth, but maybe not this one at this moment when I came here because I needed info on my friend. So I needed to stay on their good side. Sure. Look at their fucking promos real close. There's an asterisk by the last 9 in 99.99. What does it mean? That their 99 point whatever rating is only against other AVs on the Capra Mesh network. Wait, what? Their sensors see each other with perfect clarity. But that's the only testing they've ever done as far as we know. So some kid coming home late from study hall crossing in front of a Capra? Just a smudge on its lens. And a settlement that only covered a quarter of my bills. Oh my god! That's a horrible automated vehicle. I felt for Azul, they were a little rough around the edges, but no one deserved that. No shit! Ah, oh, fuck Capra. At least we agree on something. That's why I was so messed up the other night, in your cab. Bad memories. I get it. I'm sure you do, but you're probably not here to hear my life story. So why are you here? I need to get inside. I'm looking for my friend. She's gone missing. Her name's Savvy, and everything in Azul's expression changed, and they stood up straighter. Oh, does she know Savvy? Savvy. You know Savvy? You know Savvy? No, seriously, Neocab, no bullshit. You know Savvy? Yes. Why do you think she's in there? Because this is the only Radix club I know. And you're what? Her friend? Business associate? She's my best friend. Can I please just get inside? I need to know she's safe. Who says she's in trouble? Look, I saw her last night. She seemed pretty worked up about something, said she'd explain when we met up in an hour or two. When she finally texts me a pin, I race over there and she's gone. But there's her phone smashed on the pavement. Huh. Probably had a temper tantrum or something, smashed the phone and blew you off. It's weird that both Azul and we said that. Like, we had that as an idea. Was this a game? Azul was playing devil's advocate with Savvy's safety. This is too much, even for her. And she would never leave her phone behind. But I figured I should come here, because when I picked the phone up, there was this Radix sticker on it. Yeah, obviously. Why obviously? Because Savvy's not just part of Radix. Savvy's is Radix right now. That sounds insane. Savvy's totally not the Radix type, or I mean, she wasn't a year ago. I guess anything's possible. I'd seen her reinvent herself more than once. Yeah, well, things changed, Neocab. Plus, it's easy to become Queen Radix when your boyfriend is the de facto king. Radix is non-hierarchical. There are no leaders, but it's definitely got cool kids. High school all over again. Who's the boyfriend? Jace. You don't know who she's dating? You don't sound like a great best friend. We lost touch for a bit. Okay, so Savvy came in with Jace a couple months ago, wrapped around him like a scarf. Suddenly she's at all the meetings. He's looking at her like she's this manic pixie bike girl. She's got all these bright ideas to take down Capra, and it's like, I don't know, classic. Do you think Capra might be tracking her if she's high up in Radix now? Do you think there's anyone in LO Capra's not tracking? I don't think that's it. But I'll tell you what I do think. I think it's no fucking surprise that she's gotten into hot water. Why not? Because that's how the shit goes. Savvy, listen, I know her, and I know her type. She's smart, she's dynamic, she's pretty, she's charming, she is a dream girl. I mean, everyone's kind of in love with her, everyone wants her time. One night she's with Jace, doing political organizing. Next time I see her, she's hanging out with some edgy DJ. Then the other day, I'm passing Capra Tower and I see her with this tech bro douchebag. A Capra shill straight out of Central Casting, wearing a hoodie and everything. And hey, you'll like this, Neocab. She's getting into his car. Do you know who he was? I only got his first name. Said something like her and her friend Charlie were gonna go talk. But she said friend like, you know, I don't. Like there was something going on, I don't know. Oh, don't worry about him, he's just a friend. That tone. Do you have a thing for Savvy? What, do you? I told you I'm her friend. But it sounds like you're interested. Whatever. Point is, I'm trying not to get involved. Seems like a recipe for drama, and that's some shit I don't need. I just need to know she's okay. Wish I could help. Can I at least go in and ask around? Nah, you did a nice thing for me, Neocab, but I'm not letting you in. Stance machine ain't your scene anyway. Why not? If you have to ask, you'll never know. Is there anything I can do? You should probably just follow the trail of dudes she leaves in her wake. I really can't just go in? Come on. Find someone who gives a shit. You know, I've had it. I mean it. Find someone who'll notice she's missing. Like the guys who follow her around like puppy dogs. Like Jace, who I assume is in the place that you're not letting me into? Jace, hot DJ, Capra Charlie. Easier than trying to get any Radix to talk to a death dealer. I'm a death dealer now? Since the minute you got your license. Ugh. It's been great catching up, Neocab, but I'm on the clock, aren't you? It's been a real pleasure. You're welcome for all the help. Drive safe. I waved and headed back to the road. That went back and forth between like, feel good, feel awful, feel good, feel terrible. Follow the dudes. Jace I knew about, and when had Savvy not been stringing along some DJ? But hopping into a car with a Capra type? That didn't add up. Charlie, he must have been the one that she was meeting that night at the rich person dorm, kinfolk. I didn't exactly have much to go on, but a clue was a clue.